bike in Miami. I've ran into him in Miami.
That's crazy.
How about this?
Got all niggas. I was like, is that Mike?
You ran into bike in Miami?
I'm rich in real life.
Got so many motherfuckers hating on me.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
My money never run out.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
This ain't no come up.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
City to city.
Rich in real life.
Got so many motherfuckers hating on me.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
My money never run out.
Rich in real life.
This ain't no come up.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, man? I'm your host, Chef Geoff Cole. Before we get into it, man, I want to let everybody know, if you're looking to get into government contracts, make a quick side hustle, I may join the team. Sure, I made a little bit over $25 million last 10 years. All right? But go ahead and subscribe and get on the link in the bio. Figure that out. But we gonna go here. I got, a few people here, some guests. So, I mean, but my boy, he here all the time. Industry O. They call him Industry O.
Yo, what's up?
He popping in the industry.
Yo, what's up? Industry O, baby.
Yeah, look, Echo. You hear Echo? And then, hey. Tell me who you are.
No, man, I'm Smash going global, and you know we going global. Here with my dog Chef, Industry O, and my brother LJ. Let's go.
Yeah, and then somebody pouring, he could shed some light on it. He know me for a few years. I mean, he know me for a couple of years. People don't know really who I am and the real me. My little brother. Tell me about you. Talk to him.
What's going on, man? Yeah, it's LJ. You feel me? A lot of people know me outside downtown, just working in the chefs. You know what I'm saying? It was an era you had to be there for sure. Yeah, man.
We gotta. This is a global network. You know what I mean? Don't focus in on the small area. People know you from downtown. This ain't a downtown show. You know what I mean? Let me talk about that.
Understood. Yeah, man. It's your boy J-Dub, LJ. You feel me? Just follow me on Instagram, JDub_321. Yeah, we out here.
I gotta tell you about that. You gotta figure out another Instagram handle. It's because you ever had somebody like you be forgetting Instagram because they be having a weird like it has nothing to do with who they are and their name, and they be like. They ever happen to y'all? Like, you just be forgetting the person's Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, it used to happen to me. So I was on live doing a raffle one time, and I was about to win that motherfucker too. But my Instagram name at the time was Smashavelli Baby. Like Machiavelli Smashavelli. But the nigga pronounced it Smash Little Baby. I was like, oh, hell no. I had to change that. So I came out of San Diego, changed it to Smash Going Global, and been up ever since.
Because your Instagram was usually like your Instagram was like your ID. It's your ID card.
That's the brand.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you have like people have underscores and a bunch of numbers, and you know what I mean. But like you gotta figure out what's unique to you because people gonna remember. People, I be knowing people Instagram and that their name.
Yeah, no, for real.
I'm like, who? Southern Gentleman.
and it's crazy. Some people don't really know my name. They just say you Southern Gentleman. Like they'll see me out. They be like, oh, you Southern Gentleman 34 from Phantom, right? I'm like, yeah, my name Olin though, but but yeah, you know what I mean. So,
yeah,
but
man,
I can relate to that for sure.
Yeah,
right,
man.
sure.
It's crazy. I always talk about that getting money stuff, man. But I like to talk about real life situations. Like when you start getting that money, becoming rich in real life. I always tell people like, people get confused, man. Like I'm trying to drain in people's head so much. Being rich is not like having a bunch of money, man. It's being rich in life, being free. You go on vacation 3 times a year. You drive the car you want to drive. You free. That's rich. A lot of people in the world can't do that. You know what I mean? If you don't got to tuck away, because they got a lot of people that they catch a little lick, they go up for a weekend, and then they tuck away for 6 months to get another lick. Y'all know those people. That's why I was like, hey, let's be consistent and really be rich. Rich is not wealth. You know what I mean? So I would tell people like, but Chef, you rich in real life. Man, but you thinking about the pockets is crazy than what they are because I'm talking about rich in real life. But rich is freedom. You know what I mean? You get that financial freedom. You can live a little better. You know what I mean? You can have a 9-to-5 job and be rich.
You dig? Man. Like me with the car sales, man, that shit changed my life for real. Because it's legal, it's clean. Yeah. You know what I mean? It feel good. See that check in my account on the commission check. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
I ain't never see you have no problem popping no bottles recently in the club back there. every time shit, either one of y'all go out, I don't see niggas at the bar. You know what I mean? That's like, come on, that's people can't do that. You know what I mean? But you got two things. You got a face card and money. I've seen people with face card but no money.
Fact.
I've seen people with money but no face card. How many people got more money than you but don't have access?
Yeah.
And you
No,
gotta
facts.
like give them a little access at the same time. Like, come on, let me show you around. But they got access. They don't have no access. But when you have that money in motion, that's what I call it. And that's the two things you want to work on in life. And being like Smash Global is being a global networker. You know what I mean? I think both of y'all I believe are good at doing those things. You know what I mean? But I want to talk about in this real life. I just came from I was on tour with Dom Kennedy and Casey Veggies, right? I've done tour with a lot of people, and different cities. Now I know what Nate Dogg say. He said every other city I go, every other city the same. That Nate Dogg at Super. Who's it? That Nate Dogg, right?
Yeah, it's Nate Dogg. Yeah.
So, all right, y'all seen it here too in Cali, right?
I learned it from your spot.
Yeah. So, how is there a tactic for women to get to the scene? Like every time you go, anytime you have an artist, you're always going to see the same set of girls make it to their way behind stage.
That's a fact.
Make it to their way to the artist's rooms. I'll go to LA, same girls in San Diego, I would see. And they were, one time I was in Thailand, right? I was in Thailand, and there were some girls back, we were Chris Brown and stuff, and they, made it back there where we at. But then I seen on my boy's social media, they was in New Zealand with YG and everybody, and they're backstage with him. And then in New York, I see them with Vibe Cartel back. I'm like, yo, but like, what, I wish I could ask a girl, it's like, what's the sauce? Because I even seen it when I was in Dubai. We would meet Mel and YG there backstage, and then I seen them in France with Future. Like, is there like, how do they do that? What do y'all think? How?
Well, when it comes to the clubs, it's getting there early. They get there early. They get there for a reason.
It's before the club, it's the concerts too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they get there early. They have that intention if that's what they want to do. So they're gonna be pressing security. They on it heavy from the beginning. Because I'm telling you, like when we used to throw events at Chefs, all that, it don't matter who the celebrity was. That same table we had, the same ones was there. They was always there early, and they already knew what table they was gonna be at. So they was there, dog. I've seen that every time. It's calculated.
Yeah, I for sure think it's calculated. A lot of these females, that I have seen, that I've known, they be fucking to be around. And, that's just the harsh reality of it. You know what I mean? But some are just like cool girls that's like, they vibe and they don't care how much money you got. You know what I'm saying? They just want to vibe. But you got them some girls that be like, oh yeah, I need to get in where I fit in type shit and be trying to do the most and shit. But but that's everywhere. That's not just San Diego, nigga. That's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Everywhere.
But a girl that know how to get. The girl who know how to get to the section where you have the artist in Phantom, they know how to get to the section with the artist in LA and in Vegas.
Yeah,
it's
no facts.
But I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of pretty girls there and GA and all that. But I'm like, but these girls got the sauce.
They done been there.
Every time I'm backstage, I see like, what up? Like I know you know.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's tactical. Bro.
So it's real crazy of how that happens.
I've seen it from the top to the bottom. Like I said, it don't matter what celebrity it is. If you have some type of status, they're on it. Same way.
You know what I found out? Like, people try to say I'm a celebrity. I said, no, I'm a popular person. I think popular and celebrity is different.
You right there, bro.
Right? You think so? Yeah. I'm not at the place.
There's too many celebrity friends you've seen in a lot of celebrity places, bro. I'm saying. Birds of a feather flock together, my boy.
Yeah, but popular is a person, I know who that is. Celebrities, like, can't get a photo with you. Not too many people run up to me and say, I need a photo of you. You know what I mean?
No, I ain't gonna lie. It was when we was at that Boss Man D-Lo shit, it was one Navy dude was like, oh my God, I want to take a picture with Chef. And I'm like, I swear, I'm not even gonna hold you. He literally said that. And I think I texted you too, because he was like, man, I'm gonna go get a bottle. I want to be right next to Chef. And I was like, man, we got a section already. Pull up. He's like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah, bro, it's cool. Pull up. Yeah. And but he came and he got drunk and shit. And he ended up going home. But he was a military cat. Yeah. But I for sure think you're popular. Like popular celebrity is like
you're crossing that threshold.
Yeah, popular for sure.
It could be there, but then like I'm lost the train of thought. Yeah, so being that popular area. And, well, it's crazy now to shift conversation. Like, even when you start moving a certain way and being popular, in my position, people like, Chef, why you don't move like I don't know. I never been in this position before.
It's new.
Yeah.
I never been here to know like things would happen, and then now when things be happening to me, I'm like, this is shit that comes with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like what must be gangbanging? Like, this what comes with it. I went outside twice in the last month with no security, and I got people that pressed me. But 2 times that I went with no security, I got pressed.
What was this? Hold up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I think Ola was around both the times, but I'm like, both times I didn't have the security. I'm just trying to like slide and get a drink. I just want to be chill, meet with the people.
Yeah, no, you're a good dude, bro.
But then I'm like, man, so that'd be crazy. And people like, yo, Chef, you don't know how to move. I'm like, man, you figure it out as you know what I mean, as you start to grow. You know what I mean? But yo, my boy Smash, he out here doing music and stuff now. You know what I mean? But you know what I like what you been doing, Smash? You be throwing spaghetti in the wall.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I think you just a comedian, right?
Yeah,
some comedy.
So I was doing the content, and that was going crazy. That's what stuck for me at first in San Diego. But the whole goal was the music. Because on the low, when I was working for you at Chef, me and LJ was in the studio working when you ain't know. Yeah. You know? But we was working, and this has always been the goal. So it's like it's chess, not checkers. You know what I mean? This has all been planned out for me. Because I knew the talent. I knew I had it in me, but I let other people have their time, because one thing that separates me from a lot of people, I don't get jealous when it's someone else's time. I see my sister Yanni on the stage at Chef's, you know, going crazy. Y'all play her music. I'm not mad at that. I love that for her. I want her to win. But I know if I'm not winning yet, the way I look at it is someone's working harder than me, or it's just not my time yet. But I had to keep that hustle. I kept it going, doing little things, you know what I'm saying? Now my songs is playing in the clubs, you know what I mean? And people was fucking with it.
Yeah, shout out Yanni, man. Shout out Yanni. Jadea go crazy too.
I think one of the biggest things is like, you know that music, the song was a small part, but you had to get a network, talk to the DJ, talk to people.
110. A lot of people are afraid to do that. A lot of people got too much pride. But these people are genuinely my friends. But it's off the connections that I've built from downtown. You know what I mean? The platform that you had that I started working on, I mean, it wasn't guaranteed. None of this was guaranteed. You know what I mean? Like, when I started working for you, honestly, I didn't want to work at Chef's at first for a different reason. It had nothing to do with you. Someone else was kind of like, I was like, oh, man, I don't know if I want to work for that person, blah, blah, blah. But not for you as the boss, it's someone else. But long story short, once I got in there and I got past that, I built relationships, and it all just happened organically. Look, I got cool with your son organically. LJ organically. I had no idea that they was tied to you. Yeah. Even Mama Jamaica, she fucks with me heavy. She shows me mad love like if I was her family. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I appreciate that greatly. All happened organically. So it's like when you stay solid and you stay true to the program, small steps accumulate over time. And a lot of people don't understand that. Everybody wants that instant gratification. I've been waiting for my turn. I've been in San Diego 3 years, and now we up. Yeah. And we ain't going down, dog.
It's a fact.
Going crazy.
But how you, like, all right, see we going up, right? It's weird. So, like, how do you feel when you putting up for San Diego and a person who crawled out the womb from San Diego, but, like, you ain't from Dago?
I mean, that eventually is going to happen. Because when Dago TV posted me, I expected that. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I haven't had an issue because the people from Dago, like, stamp me. You know what I mean? I can't speak for everybody, but there's a lot of big names and a lot of people who fuck with me. They stamp me because I've always been solid with everybody. But eventually, like, once it gets even bigger, that I understand that that's going to be part of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not from here. I'm from Salinas, California. And I'm not scared to say that. Like,
you ever get that? You ever get that pushback, Ola? About
what people say I'm not from here?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it was never in like a negative way. Like it'll never been a negative way. Cause like everybody like they're OGs or whatever. Like they know me. Like they really know me from the club. So it's like oh no, leave Olin alone, or like, you know, it'll be like if something happens, it'll get handled. I don't really say nothing. I don't beef with nobody. You know, I always take care of the people and shit like that, and I always support the black community. You know what I mean? Like, so I ain't never really had those problems.
Yeah, you know I like the OGs. They look out for me, but then I be hearing the little church all the time. We ain't from Dago. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I get that a lot.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something crazy, and this is a conversation we had without you around. Yeah. Someone hit me with this, and this is going to be very controversial, what I'm about to say. Yeah. So I ain't trying to offend nobody. I'm just being honest from what I've heard and what I spoke about. A lot of people tell me that you've done more for San Diego than Nick Cannon, bro.
Word.
You brought the first rap festival to San Diego. Your spot was one of the main black, bro. Chef's was a moment in history, whether people want to accept it or not. People did not appreciate it when it was going on, but that was a place where black people were comfortable to be at, bro. My San Diego experience would have been totally different if Chef's didn't exist, to keep it a being.
You
know what I'm saying? And there's no knock to Nick. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that always touching. Like, like real sentimental for me. It's like it's weird because like I'm in a position where when I was coming up, putting suits and ties on, everybody who like made it, like, why are you going back down there? You know what I mean? Why are you over there? Why are you with those people? But it's weird because when I was with these people, the suit and ties, they still want to be in that environment. They want to be a certain type of cool. But I'm like, I'm really just want to be down to earth. And man, these people, they say, why you hang with gangsters? Like, no, I hang with men. They grew up in the hood like I did, and I could relate to them because we have the same interests in life. And a lot of people disagree that I'm still in certain environments, but I just feel I'm being true to myself. You know what I mean? So it's like when I own a spot, I'm like, man, I'm trying to be black owned, not black face. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. Like, sometimes you can be owner of a spot, you don't really understand what the culture really wants because you're not the culture. You know what I mean? You kind of see it, but put people or promoters in front of you to try to like paint a picture. But like that person in the back is like, no, tell nobody stand on the couch. No too much. Like they say certain things, but like you just don't get it. So I just try to bring, you know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of crazy, but I love living my truth. You know what I mean? Some people don't like it, but I get a lot of people who walk up to me and be like, hey man, you inspire me. I'm trying to inspire somebody who just was lost. I'm trying to inspire all the lost people who don't know what they want to do next. I was so hungry at one time, but I had no direction. So I joined the Navy.
I feel it.
And when I joined the Navy, I still like, this is whack. And then like, you know what I mean? Then I was like, figure out how I could be the best. I figured my lane out while I was in the Navy and be the best I was at when I was in the Navy. And then me coming out, start figuring direction. I'm like, oh, I figured it out. I think I figured it out like at 35 years old. I'm like, oh shit. I figured it out. It's the game of life. You know what I mean? People go their whole life not figuring it out. Okay. And I'm just happy I figured it out. But I have the hunger and the ambition. And I'm able to like throw spaghetti at different situations and see what works. I never knew I'd be doing government kind of like, I was trying to be like a gourmet chef at one time. Like, okay, cool, I'm good at cooking. Let me do that gourmet stuff. And then I found out, sloppy joes and burgers, them things, sloppy joes and hot dogs make more money than filet mignon and lobster. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then doing things that I hated doing and just becoming good at it. And now putting into the real world, like getting back illegal money by it. So it's a great feeling that living my truth and being able to do all my experience and be able to tell other people like, yo, I came from where you came from. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand. You gotta, when I see kids taking breaks out of high school or taking breaks in their 20s, like, man, you gotta double down when you young. When you're 20s, you gotta double down. And then when you're 30s, you figure it out. And then 40s, that shit just come. The money just be coming. But everybody went, I didn't need to be lit at 20. I need to be lit now.
And that's the feeling that our generation has. But I could attest to that because I'm 29 going on 30. And I told myself at one point in time, like, if by the time I'm 23, 25, this rap shit don't take off, I'm not finna do it. But it started taking off for me at 29. And like I said, Chestnut Checkers, I've been doing this for a minute. And the things that I was doing before led me here, but I didn't stop. Yeah. But I had a lot of reasons to stop and a lot of other voices in my head telling me to stop. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't do it. And now it's paying off now. So I understand completely what you're talking about because it's happening for me. Yeah. And you've opened up to me about it before. Even when I was working for you. You told me some shit like, you know what I mean, what you was doing before and like this just popped up now. Yeah. And a lot of people give up by a certain age, like I'm saying. Like,
I'm already knee deep in. What I'm gonna do? I'm already all the way in. That's why I tell people when they start feeling like they be 25, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. 20, I'm like, man, I ain't figured out till I was 35. You know what I mean? But what I would love to do is show you how to go. And a lot of times I be want to give free mentor. I ain't gonna lie. I be want to give like free mentorship because I want everybody to win, right? But I hate when I give all my time in. And then you just stray away and don't worry about it no more. I'm like, man, I just wasted all this time trying to show you something, and then you just like, I don't want to do it no more. Like, or come back because it's boring to you or whatever. Like, damn, I just showed you the game of life. So sometimes, but like, if you pay a fee, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna come. If you pay a certain dollar, like I'm gonna put it right now, like my $1 million meal, right? My $1 million dinner. I was like, man, I think I want to pay for it and just have people come for free. But if I do that, you're not valuing the dinner. You go to reserve a spot, it may not even show up, and then somebody may not even come. Oh, I couldn't make it because blah, blah. But like if you pay for it, you be like, I'm gonna come.
I'ma
I'm
make
gonna
that
show up.
Yeah, they're gonna value it.
Yeah, but like you do a free event, it's like people don't value the free event.
Mm-hmm.
But you get somebody that price, they be like, I'm gonna make sure I'm there.
No, I hear you. And
Facts.
I hope you understand that, like, you deserve your flowers for doing it for as long as you have been doing it, giving it free.
Yeah.
But the way you're doing it now, it makes sense because the right people gonna turn, lock
Yeah.
in.
I just want to
They
show
gonna lock
everybody. Yeah.
Cause trust me, I talk about it, bro. With my boys, like, we be out there, man. I
Appreciate
see
it.
you, dog.
No gatekeeping, no
Yeah.
gatekeeping.
And that's the biggest
gatekeeper.
thing. Chef is the biggest non-gatekeeper. Shout out to Billy, even myself, bro. We don't gatekeep, bro. Even you, bro.
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying? We
can't.
don't gatekeep.
So yo, let's talk about the industry. Y'all boys been in the industry for a minute. You know what I mean? How many years you got? You're an industry vet or what?
G right here.
Right.
Energy. Oh.
No, I started off at Hinesville, Georgia, Fort Stewart, Georgia. Flawless Diamond Supreme Cream Team. I was like doing the promo. I was mad young, just got out the military.
So they're putting flyers up and stuff.
I'm talking about putting flyers on cars. Like I'm doing all like the lead work.
I did the same thing when I was young.
Yeah, so
Rough Riders.
Rough Riders. Yeah,
I was a Rough Rider when I was like 16. I used to
Yeah.
put posters up for the first album, DMX and all that stuff. I was a Rough Rider.
yeah. I was mad young. But then when I got out here, and then I got introduced to Phantom. By
Somebody says you was a little homie. They put you on.
No, I was never nobody little homie. I don't even have a big homie to keep it real. But yeah, my nigga Geyser, shout out to my nigga Guy. He in New York right now doing his thing. But yeah, he kind of showed me the ropes, and then I basically took over. And once I took over, Phantom wasn't big enough for me, for the both of us, for me and Guy. So Guy went over there to Flux, you know what I'm saying? So, I took over Phantom and, I got all my NFL athletes, everybody, I'm talking about I capitalized on everything.
I want to interrupt. It's kind of crazy how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, Guy was probably like, I'm bigger and better. Now I'm gonna go to the big boy Flux because it's a bigger area, right?
Mm-hmm, bigger club,
But then the empire fell, and there was nothing to come back to. He was like, I'm gonna stick this out. I'm gonna control this empire. I'm gonna control this fortune where I got right now.
Yeah.
But he, of course, you wouldn't leave and do something bigger. But then that shit falls, and now you can't come back to the fortune now because you already control that.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how this shit work. Like you just never know how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
But you try to take a risk.
So for me, Phantom, shout out my nigga Vegan,
If
James,
you don't know, Phantom
Iman
in
Sal.
San Diego is one of the only black spots that everybody goes to in San Diego. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they been holding it down because I was a customer at first. Like I was coming there with my Charger homies, and you know what I'm saying. We was coming there having a ball. You know what I'm saying? Like industry Thursdays with Cocaine Lorraine or Keezy. Now that used to be crazy, but yeah, man. Like I felt like I waited my time, and I did everything I was supposed to do. And I capitalize on everything, honestly, bro. So now I can go to these clubs. They be like, hey, I want you to come by. Hey, I'll bring some people with you. Bring some girls with you, man. I'm going to take care of you and stuff like that. So, I've been doing this shit for a long time, bro. Since I was 18, 19, for real. So it's just...
but what do you think happened? Because everybody said back, I think every city is like that now. It was popping. Now, most of the clubs are dead. I'm talking about the problems y'all be seeing at, you know what I mean, at these clubs in San Diego and Gaslamp. It's the same problems we seeing in Miami and in Vegas. LA, they say everybody's like LA's dead now. People say Vegas is dead now. People say a lot of those places are not as what it is. Somebody told me something in DC. I don't know how y'all feel about it. He's like, COVID, 2020, everybody who turned 21 around COVID time didn't get an introduction to the nightlife. They got an introduction to the house parties and stuff like that, linking up with their homegirls and home friends. So nobody was able to take them around this is Phantom, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so. So now you got an age gap of the people right now, probably 24 to 26, that they got an age gap of people for 3 years that don't really know what's going on outside and they don't really care to know. That's what I'm just saying. he gave me that analogy. I'm like, yo, that could be right because the same people are here and people still have the economy people still got the money, but I'm like, it's just like it's dead a lot of places around the country. If you look at the old pictures of Spring Break Miami and Spring Break now, it's not the same.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I hear you on that. The only thing I would disagree with is that my introduction to San Diego was COVID. I wasn't feeling it at first, but I went to Flex on my birthday. It was during COVID time. And that's what made me realize, like, oh, San Diego's crazy. T. Grizzly was in there. Ryan Garcia ran on stage. And that was my first time, coming from a small city, that was my first time being in a place that big artists are there.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
San Jose City is like miles away.
You know what I'm saying? San Jose is not, you know what I mean? It's the closest city. Monterey right there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Seaside. But long story short is the only thing I would disagree with is that people have social media. So they see the artists and the people now, like a lot of these younger women follow Ruby Rose, where she at in the club all the time. You know what I'm saying? So they want to do that. They want to do that. They understand it. People might not have the money for it, but people want to pop out.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would like some people don't really have the money for it, and then some people are just tired. Like some people are just tired going to the club and spending money. Like I'll say about 7-8 years ago, from my personal experience, 7-8 years ago, motherfuckers really wasn't caring about sections. It was like the dope boys and the scammer niggas, the rich niggas. That's the only one cared about sex. All niggas cares about getting in the club and getting on some females. You feel? You see what I'm saying?
Back then, I had $200 as my night. How my night ends go. $20 to get in, and about $180 to get me at the bar. Give me and some females some drinks. I do a round for the homies to get a round for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And $200 was it. I remember, like, before I knew who Gucci stuff was, I used to go to AD. There's a club, another club that was popular in San Diego called AD.
Oh, I heard of it.
And
Shout out my nigga TJ
I
Brown.
remember, like, I didn't know who Gucci was, but I seen all these East Africans. Like, man, how they was like bottles over. Like, I'm like, then I looked at how much bottles cost. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, there's no way people will spend that much money to get in a club every weekend. Like, if people really got money like that, I'm looking like, you know, I'm like, I'm a ghost in the club. You can't even see me. I'm over there trying to, you know, tap a girl show, you know, just whatever. But that's what I think. It was a lot of general mission. Like, the bar was packed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. The bar is definitely packed.
Always packed,
yeah, 7-8 years ago, like, it was a different time, man. It was a different time, and people, I think, the further we get ahead, the whole section thing is just it's killing the club. You know, like, I feel like it's killing the club.
They worried about being in section, worried about coming inside the club.
Instead of just coming in, just having a good time. Like, yeah, I think because me, like, I do bottle service. I do bottle service. I think a bottle service and taxes are right there along, like, the biggest scams in America. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's like, because we pay like $30, $35 a bottle and we sell it for $450, $500.
You selling the real estate.
Huh?
You selling the real estate.
Yeah, we sell the VIP experience, the real estate, yeah. But when people I have to acknowledge that, because a lot of people say it all the time when they come and they want to get a section from me. So I have to acknowledge that's okay, that's cool, that's what we're doing. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you go spend $30 or $40. Don't go to the club. Take your ass home and stand on your own couch. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I feel about it. So I gotta, you know, you feel me? You gotta see both sides. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be one side. You gotta see both sides. I get where the customers coming from, and I get where the people who work in the industry come from. You feel me? Like, so yeah, it's a touchy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the same people buying the sections over and over, and that's what I noticed.
Hey, I'm gonna ask a female. She's a female's in here, but I won't be able to hear me. I want to ask, what do you think men argue about the most? And we go repeat what she says.
I bet.
We go say, we go say, I'm gonna give you 3 options. Girls, I'm splitting a bill, or like street shit. Like, so what do you think men argue about the most?
Like street politics.
Yeah, just what do you think about men actually argue about the most?
Let's see what she said.
In the club?
No, just period in life.
general.
She
Females.
said females.
So she said females. What do y'all say? Y'all know the truth.
Ain't splitting the bill.
I be like, but so okay.
Look, y'all know.
We're in the club.
No, not the club, in life, period. You go to dinner and like, you go get, like, we split the bill. You go on a trip. we argue. The argument is always about. And I thought about it. I'm like, yo. If I'm arguing with a dude, it's about splitting the bill. It's nothing else.
No, fact. And look, I've been in a position where before I had money like that, I had a homeboy who had money like that, and we would go someplace fancy, right? And we would order whatever we ordered, and then he tried to split it evenly. I'm like, nigga, you had the tomahawk, my boy. I had the appetizer. What are you talking about, my boy? What the
So
when it comes to the sections, man, if you in there, split the bill.
Okay, and I okay, so I don't. This is why I don't get. I don't get like just say me and Smash in the club. We got a section, right? We got a section, and then like some of our homies that we know them. Like our homies, we don't hang out with them every day, but we know them in passing. They dap you up, and they just stay in the section, just linger around, and then like when you be like, hey bro, like you good? Like then they start talking to the like when I was in the club last time, and I came because I was at Phantom, and I left Phantom, went to the club, and I came because my boy was drunk. He fucked up. But I see this four different niggas. I ain't never see these niggas a day in my life. So I asked him, I said, hey, bro, these niggas with you? He's like, no. I said, hey, bro, you niggas with you? He's like, no. And I looked at my homegirls. I was like, hey, you got niggas, you gonna talk to the niggas outside of this section. Because I know none of them gave bro no money for no section. So I literally had to, like, because he was so fucked up, he didn't realize what was going on. But I wasn't sober, but I wasn't drunk, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, y'all gotta move around and shit. And the whole section cleared. It was just nothing but it was us and like 6, 7 girls. That's how it should be, bro. Like if you're in a section, it should not be a gang of niggas. Like it should not be a gang of niggas. It should be like 2 or 3 niggas.
Yeah, but the homies can have fun.
Yeah,
if you plan sometimes.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about the homies having fun if I'm spending my bread. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like,
but the homies should have fun.
Man, I'll tell y'all a story about like when I celebrated. So I celebrated my birthday, my last birthday. I celebrated one night at Phantom, the second night at Omerta. The one night at Phantom, I let it be known, this shit on me. Yeah. My dog Roger, shout out to him. He threw me bread I didn't want, but he threw me bread. Shout out to him. So me and him, we pay for the section. But I let everybody know, like, it's on me. I don't give a fuck who come. Like, y'all good, bro. We up. My uncle in town. I want to turn up. All right, cool. The next night, I'm like, oh, we at Omerta, right? But I put on my the notes on Instagram. If you come into my section, tap in with me. Hey, we in there, bro. We in there. I bet. And this is all I asked for. Just shoot me 50. That's not covering shit. But that's at least some. You know what I mean?
Nah, cause Smash, you already marked the turf. You go in there smashing buying bottles. It happened already.
Hey, this before I was global.
I ain't expecting nothing. Smash coming. We gotta,
But this is the crazy part though, and this is what I'm getting at. So many people will hit me like, oh, we sliding. And I'll be like, just shoot me 50. And there's a couple, I'm not saying no name, there's a couple, I was like, just shoot me 50 for the both of y'all. And that's the thing, you buy 2 drinks, 2 Reposado Don Julio's, that's $50. You know what I'm saying? So, and these are the same people I see in sections all the time. Them same people left me on red. Other people told me they ain't got it. They just drank for free the night before. You know what I mean? We popped 4 bottles.
Martin on my live, Martin said, women need to put it in too.
Martin Hedder?
So look.
It depends.
But
Martin, chill, Martin.
Hold up. Here the crazy thing about life is a woman be holding on all their bread. And you making sure things is good. And they're like, I'm not paying for that. And they bank is bigger than yours.
It'd be crazy, right?
They bank could be bigger than ours. Yeah. And they be like, I ain't paying. I'm like, it's crazy. I don't know. Like, how you feel about like women like be holding on to theirs? And you over there, we arguing about the bill. I
have an issue about arguing, but I had a situation one time where I went to Hawaii. This is when I was like 23. I had a girlfriend. We went to Hawaii. I broke so much bread to make that happen, right? Mm-hmm. I was busting my ass at work. We worked the same job, bro. I was busting my ass to make that shit happen. Come to find out, she had all this money saved up and didn't say shit. She was playing broke in my face. And I'm over here taking care of everything.
You was probably struggling.
I was struggling, dog. I was making Olive Garden money at that time, nigga.
You gotta scratch your head before you be like, all right,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I hope this parlay hit, you know what I
mean? Yeah, man.
Bruh, shit was nuts. And when I found out that she had that bread lying around, I was like, bro, if we really locked in, because I would do it for you. Yeah. Like, if you was fucked up, I'll make sure you good. Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't do the same for me. And I understand it's men, women, all that, but it's like, if you really rock with somebody, bro, people fall down sometimes.
If you rock with somebody, shit don't matter. You just help out.
Type shit.
So, I'm totally against females putting money in the section. a section that I put money towards.
What section is it?
You know, I'm not one of those type of people, but I understand where people come from. Like, because the female's the one who drinks the most liquor. Honestly, they
got the bottle in their head.
they drink the most liquor, but like I don't I don't be like, hey, you gonna have to split. You gonna have to split. I don't do that. At all.
You know what's crazy? So,
but listen though, hold on. But listen though, but if the females like your homegirls, or you call your sister, if they really fuck with you, when the night over with, it's like, hey, bro, I know you don't want it, but they gonna cash out you, Venmo, Apple Pay you something, bro.
My sister like that, yeah.
you know what? You know what an honest woman would do? Let me pay for the hookahs.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Let me pay for the hookahs. Cause we smoke the hookah, a gesture. Let me pay for the Red Bulls. Let me pay for the water. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't expect it either, because I'm like, even when I go to the club, I don't be expecting some time people put money. I'm just like, I'm just gonna cover the bill, because I don't want to argue about the money, right? I don't want to argue about the money. I'm like, but you know what? So when we go to the bigger clubs, like in San Diego, right now, we only have one big club, it's Park. That's the only club you go really spend money at, right?
Hey, Oxford, $800 a bottle.
Yeah, right. Oxford too, right?
Oxford be tripping. Yeah.
So Oxford or Park, right? But Oxford, they show us the industry folks we love. So we go there, we get our little, the hookup. Mm-hmm. But we would like, all right, minimum is 3,000, it's gonna be 3,500. We already know when we walking in. Mm-hmm. And be like, all right, so let's bust this down. It's like, yo, we gonna do 1,000 a piece.
Mm-hmm. That's what we would
right?
do.
We like 1,000 a piece, right? Mm-hmm. There's 3 of us, 1,000 a piece. A big artist in town. And everybody bring 4 girls. But when you pull up to the door, smash, Chef. Oh, you here? We arguing about who knows.
We can't hide.
And then a girl pulls up with her dude. It happened to me last time I was in Park. A girl that used to work at Chef's. She came through, and I didn't know she was coming, but it's extra girls. But then she had her dude with her. Man, we just argued about the. And then I'm like, yo. So I was like, yo, is he go? And she's looking at me. I had to go. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? We paid $500 a piece. So now before we walk in, I'm orchestrating everybody, so we're all good. Mm-hmm. It's a few people I'm cool with, and they know me, and Chef, yo. Yeah. And then I try not to look.
Yeah.
Then somehow the security guard, I know you know Chef, you good.
Yeah, slide him in there.
Now I got like 4 or 5 other dudes in the section.
No
but we all argued about how we gonna bust the bill down. We made, all right, nobody else is coming in. Nobody else
is looking at you crazy, nigga. Niggas looking at you crazy afterwards.
Like, this your man?
Hey, but you know, sometimes you got that certain homie that pull up like, fuck, I can't even tell him, like, he gotta bounce. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird. Like, he might be a shooter, he might be a homie, or he might did you a favor. He might be a client that'll spend money with you at your spot. No. Somebody might have just bought a car for you, know what I mean? He squeezes his way to the section, like, and now he's in the section. You don't want him there, but it's kind of hard to tell him you got to go.
It's a different
ain't never happened to you?
Yeah. So it happened. Hey, shout out my nigga Tyson. Hey, so it happened because Tyson wasn't drinking that night, right? But it was
you probably had a whole discussion.
Bro, listen, I was telling Trey and Law, like, bro, we let nobody else in this section. Look, Tyson, I don't give a fuck. So I was trying to be cool, like I'm trying to be cool, but it's like, niggas like migrate towards us every time, no matter what club we in. They migrate towards us and they just chill and relax. And they be like, oh, let me buy a bottle on your table, bro. Let me do this. Like, nigga, you got 5 niggas. Go get your own table and go in the corner or you go next to us. Like, bro, that shit be so irritating. So Tyson was like, next time, bro, just tell me. I don't give a fuck about being the bad guy. That shit was funny as hell.
But it'd be weird. It'd be weird.
And niggas don't see nothing. In San Diego recently, it been more male groupies than it has been female groupies.
And that's a fact.
That's a fact. It's sickening. Like, it's crazy.
Losing respect for niggas, man.
Yo, on that note, right? I'm just telling you, I just came from Houston, right? And another thing, like, I be pissed. You know what? My own downfall is I'm too transparent. I had this one dude. I told somebody like, yo, I got to tell you, I'm in Houston. Houston's a cheat code. Mm-hmm. I only got to spend. We spend $200-300 a person. We go crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, Chef, he over there supposed to be rich in real life, and he got to go to Houston. I'm like, how does it turn into like to like get roast me. I don't know if they have self-confidence issue or what, but
Insecurity.
you know what I mean. But
That flight ain't cheap.
I ain't gonna lie. You go to LA, you doing 20K on tables, doing what we did in Houston.
Oh, God.
I mean, you go to Penthouse, you pay 20K.
Miami, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
$800 Casamigos is $2,000 for the fucking Casa Azules, right? So, now I'm in Houston. Some girls from San Diego were there. Yeah, I pull up. So they pull up, right? It was three of them. You know what I mean? All San Diego girls was there. Some kind of gained a little weight over. I'm like, all right, but you know they went home. I hang out with them in San Diego, but we went to two spots. Well, why? We came first spot. They brought somebody very, very plus size, right? And the homies looking at me like, yo, because look, I don't care. I tell the female here, if you got two thick girls and a bad girl, you got a bad girl, two thick girls. You got two thick girls and a very plus size girl, you got three plus size girls. Right or wrong. It's like it looks mended in. So now you're like, who are the fat chicks? So anyway, they tell me, it's like, hey, we she said the real plus size girl's not going to the other spot. I didn't know the plus size girl, but she's not going up with us to the other club we going to. Because they already texted me like, yo, Chef, what's up with the big girls? Like, man, look, they chill out. So now they get there and they get to the section before me. They get to the section before the main people, and the big double side plus girl was there, and she's not pretty either, right? They telling me, Chef, they gotta move. We got girls that need to sit down. Tough situation. So I text the main one. I was like, yo, I just told the big. I said, I ain't saying them all. I said, yo, look, they saying like, got they space can old girl over there to let me know you're making me look bad. And it's like, yo, Chef, they still ain't move. Like, man. And it's a popping and it's like everybody lit. So I want to tell us, like, look, let's be real, like, they not feeling old girl making us look bad. That's rude. I'm like, females with beauty have access, like men with money have access. Is that like a hidden secret? Or do girls not know that when they go into a club?
It's not, but it's looked at differently. You know what I mean?
But girls, they know. Girls ain't never send photos to, like, who's coming? Let me get a photo of everybody. Has that ever happened to you when you go out, when you've been out? For sure, right? Yeah. So, but is it foreign that I said, hey, you're making me look bad with bringing X up, so can't you just get up so that other girls can sit? Like, how do you?
I mean, she wasn't invited in the first place.
So what I know what you're talking about. So what I would have did, I would have told her she could stay, but her other two friends got to be on the outside of the rope. That's just how I would.
I just told her one of her friends got to be on the outside. Like, not even outside the rope. They just wanted the seat for the other women.
Yeah.
And they came and it's like 40, and they like taking the whole bench up. Yeah. Like, and they're like, Chef, where we go? I'm like, man. But then anyway, she's not getting what I'm saying. But I'm like, you've been outside. Don't play. It's a status with beauty, just like it's a status with money.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right? The most important comparison you made, the status with money. And it's just like women, how they feel about men that are over 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you 5'2", bro, ain't no girl trying to mess with you, to be real, like, no disrespect. But it's like, you going to get treated a certain way. So, very respectfully, if you weigh a certain amount, certain men aren't messing with that.
They just surprise you.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I didn't want them to disrespect them because I know them in real life.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to disrespect, so I'm trying to be like, man, let me be the media. I invited them. But you invited us. But like, I don't know the other girl you invited. You know what I mean? But
you brought a +1.
But her plus was like super plus and not pretty. Like, I don't know how to say it good.
I get it.
But why did she seem like it was foreign when I said, hey? You know what I mean?
It's just you said it. That's it.
There's people who like to move a certain way until they get called out on it. They're hoping you don't say nothing. Exactly. That's really what it is. They're hoping you don't say nothing. Because it's wrong, no matter who it is, plus size, whatever. But if they're not invited, if you didn't know, that's
if our other two friends, if the other two, it was 3 of them, you know what I'm talking about, 2 of them, they gained some, actually all 3, they gained a little weight over the last 2 years. You know what I mean? But if they were all bad and then you had like one crazy plus, nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna see the, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, but and then when they leave their house, I say, you mad at me? Say, no, I said, am I the bad guy? You're not the good guy though. I'm like,
but it goes back to like,
you would have told her to get up even though you invited them. You would have said, get up.
Well, it was one I definitely wouldn't have told to get up.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
She wouldn't have got up, but the other two, bro, like, especially if bro, like, but I would have told her, like, hey, look, you can sit down, but your two homegirls got to stand up to the side real quick. You know what I'm saying? To
it's
see
out of
like
respect,
to
too.
to see like
We paying for this.
yeah. Like,
No, but they
to
thought
see-
it was foreign. I was like talking a different language. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's too big or not pretty enough to be here? I'm like,
or maybe she was like either it's all three of us or none of
but
us.
they were cool
Then-
because it was so many women. They was cool with it all going. They was like, they all, you know what I mean? But
They can
like,
be here.
but I wanted them to have a good time. I said, yo, you can have a good time, but you're taking the primary real estate.
You know, how
How would you how would you feel? And I'm gonna
She's
repeat.
too nice.
Like, how would you feel if someone, if you got a bunch of 2s and 3s, and you and your girls are 9s and 10s, and y'all got to stand up, and the 2s and 3s are sitting down? Are you gonna look at the main person at the table like, what's going on?
Well, yes.
Say yes.
because
She
you was
said yes.
invited. She said yes.
Like, it's shallow, but if someone else is paying for the table and they want a certain look and they want it to be a certain way, like, I get it.
I mean, it goes to like you was invited, but they wasn't. They was plus whatever. You know what I mean? But like you were invited personally, but you can't sit down because another person brought plus whatever, and we wasn't even messing with that.
Right.
We
I
want
feel like it
Shaw in
depends on
there.
the ratio too. If you come with 10 bad bitches and there's one that's just like not looking right.
Like we said, we straight with
you're
that.
not even gonna probably say nothing.
So-
Right.
So question,
She
Chef.
agrees. Long story short. down
So the three girls you talk about, did they pay to get into the club?
No, nobody played. I made sure everybody was good. Everybody, anybody pay.
here. That's a good
Did they
gesture.
get
Right?
drinks?
It was 3, but it's 4. They brought a 4th one. No, they got everything came from the section. They you know, I take care of everybody's around me. But them dudes in Houston looking at me like, yo, this how you move? I'm talking about like I was, boy, it was.
But I mean, that's kind of like a pride thing though, like, cause it's like if you're splitting with like. If you're splitting the table
I'm splitting
with
the
them,
table.
if you're splitting the table with them, then you got homegirls that you met and they came to the table. Honestly, fuck how they like. I get the perception, but fuck it. These are my homegirls. These are my homegirls. I don't give a fuck what they look like.
They had an extra
And if-
girl that wasn't a home girl.
But I'm
it was
just saying, like, if I pay my money, nigga, you're not gonna
No,
tell
I
me.
made them stay. No,
Yeah,
it was
like, you're
cool.
not-
No.
Yeah.
I told them, but instead of having 3, I said, yo, 3 of y'all, not 4 of y'all. Let's just have the other one get up because they did take majority. It's still a table that's only gonna hold like 10 people sitting down, and I got 4 spaces. But the ones I had was kind of plus. I'm like,
Yeah.
everybody gonna get up. That one person get up to give, so I can move down, get some more people some space. I was still saying this is my company. I was still fighting for it.
Yeah.
But it's like,
But I mean, if they got in
kick her
the,
out.
if they got in the club for free, they got drinks. Like what else? Like what else do
fine.
what
I'm
else
like,
do they
why
want?
am I in this situation though? You know what I mean? Like, is they playing? Because guess what? If Drake invited them out, they're not gonna bring their plus size girls, right or wrong. She'll be like, they go get their baddies. Be like, I need a level. I need to make sure we all look good.
Yeah.
But if go ahead, Chef, we all coming. But I'm pretty sure girls are not gonna invite certain friends with certain caliber guys there. Do y'all think?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Because they want to make sure they got their spot.
Yeah, bro.
But
So
now you-
anybody's gonna hurt that, they not with that.
They know some
Yeah,
competition.
exactly right. I don't see them
Yeah.
sometimes like, oh, I like her, she's friend, but she's not pretty enough to go hang out with. Because girls, they want to be like, some girls they like, yo, I want to make sure I go to the club and get a section. You know what I mean?
It's always
You know,
intentional, like we were speaking on earlier.
Yeah, but that's why you can tell them what I want, but I have a girl, when she's my girlfriend. If you at the club, I'm sending you and your friends with a table.
Yeah.
Because you
for sure.
can't, you're not getting called into somebody else's section getting tequila poured down your throat.
Oh,
by a nigga
hell
like
no.
this.
Hey, you doing that? You could.
By a nigga
I'll
like
make sure I get you a section. Hey, she said, hey, Smash song, come on, you dancing? Oh hell, like you good?
Nah,
Hey,
yeah.
bro, I'm saying like you follow. Hey, if they follow a certain dudes out here, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. You
Alright,
see
cool.
Jeff, you see Olin, you see Plan, you see LJ. Oh yeah.
So yo, I want to get into some of LJ, my brother. So he probably know me for the longest. Explain to them. I want you to explain to them the grind you see me have over the years, where I was before.
Man.
You put the mic up a little bit to see where I was at, or the process you've seen. Cause you've seen it all.
That's a fact, man. I'm not sure what everybody's opinion is or what they think how Chef came across, where he's at right now. But honestly, bro, I remember the first night, and I still remember that night. I think we had just moved to Cali, and bro was just starting his business, and he just came off of like a 12-hour shift with the Navy. He came inside, took a shower, and then I see him heading back outside. He just changed clothes, and he headed back outside with a bunch of papers. And so I'm like, bro, where you going? He said, I gotta get to work. I was like, bro, you just got off of work. What are you talking about? Right? And he's like, yeah, I know. He just, he gave that look. He was like, yeah, gotta get to it. And then he went out. Nah, real talk, man. Perseverance. One thing that I learned from my brother, and he used to take me to a lot of like his business meetings. He used to take me to a lot of things, and still do. You know what I'm saying? And I learned to do away with believing in stereotypes. It's like not saying that it's 100%. I don't believe in stereotypes. Of course, it's always gonna be out there, but the amount of things that I've seen him accomplish as being somebody, being some first generation, somebody from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Just where we come from, and the type of things he's been through. And to see how he made it through, you know what I'm saying, and to accomplish so many things, that kind of just shattered a whole wall for myself. So that was a big inspiration for myself, you know what I'm saying? Big inspiration for the whole family, definitely a God. And it's genuine. Like, the same thing y'all get is the same thing, we get. He's not faking it. And me as being his younger brother, you know what I'm saying, he's definitely, you know what I'm saying, I can tell you for real, it ain't no handouts even with the family. Like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, put in your work. He gonna show you the way, put in your work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got fired from chefs like 6 times.
Nah, real shit, I got fired from my brother's spot.
But I like what you said, bro.
You know
Don't let stereotypes stop you, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. And I respect that.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. And then him being the owner, a lot of people would think like, oh, bro, Olin, though. Yeah. Olin popped up in his spot one time, like, yo, what happened? And then the thing about it was, and even in that situation, my brother he told me about it, but I could tell, even with him speaking or like talking about it, he didn't like the fact that it was happening, but at the same time, he couldn't go against what he believed in, his principles, especially doing businesses. You know what I'm saying? He let the work handle itself, and everything played out how it should. But one thing I learned from him, bro, is like I said, perseverance. And never take no for an answer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what the thing is, what I stand by. What a lot of people never believe. Y'all worked over there by me. I never smashed the help. Anybody who works for me, I call it the help. Anybody who helps you out, I would say the help they works for you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not the term, but anybody who works for me, got a check for me, I have never slept with or had any relationships with.
And that's right.
Some people believe it. Y'all was there like.
No, that's real. Real talk. Real shit.
Of course, I had the advantage of doing that, but I just felt that in leadership, I just feel that a woman's gonna have power over you.
Yeah.
If you see them in that way, they go to talk to you different now because they know you intimate.
110, and that's right. And like, so one time it was your birthday, and we celebrated at the Owl. Yeah. And afterwards, I was talking to somebody that we worked with at the time, and I got invited to your spot, and she came with me. And bro, when you pulled me to the side, and I was like, "Hey, bro, like, I'm not saying you can't be here, but this is a conflict of interest." And I respected it so much. It hit me after you said that. And I was like, oh, yeah, we got to bounce. You know what I mean? Because it's not cool. And I got it afterwards, but that just shows what you said. You stood on that.
Oh, yeah. And then if I go out with somebody, I'm going to invite everybody out. But people never believe me. It's like, I think it was a couple girls that said they wanted to smash that works for me. It's like, yo, he won't even look at me. You know what I mean? I just try to keep it cool. Like,
I've been witness to that.
It was like, he won't even, but I just try to keep it cool. And then, like, in employees, I don't think people understand. A lot of times I didn't really speak. I think I even kept with you short too. Smash when you worked for me.
Facts. I didn't know you liked me for a minute.
Nah, but I know my weakness. I'm gonna be honest. I know my weakness, and my weakness is I'm a very nice and I'm a very understanding person. Mm-hmm. If I get too close to you, if you do something wrong, I'm not gonna want them to fire you. I'm just like I'm worried about you personally.
Yeah.
So if I keep my distance from you, it's protect my feelings from being involved into you. So like a person will take advantage of me because I'm like, oh, he's a simpy, blah blah. But I know my weakness. My weakness is I'm a nice person now, and I will start worrying about who you are as a person, than worry about you getting the job. Then you worry to get the job done.
You're a genuine dude, bro. So, that's something you need to get credit for. People don't see that.
But a lot of people won't know because my defense mechanism is I'm a real big guy, and I have
You look mean as hell.
Mean as hell.
You look mean as hell.
That's just my relaxed face, but that's what
Mike had to tell me that you fuck with me because I didn't even know. until you posted me one time on your Instagram, and I was like, okay, Jeff, do fuck with me. And then you definitely put me in situations to succeed, and I'm very grateful for that. But I understand where you're coming from now, and I'm glad we in the position we in now. But I get it. You know what I mean? I get it.
But I'm like the.
I had a grip.
What's that called? The shit with the spikes, the animal with the spikes on it.
Like
porcupine. Like, I'm just so nice, but I'm like, I got that look.
Defense
my defense mechanism. I'm a big person that looks mean. So if I don't talk to you, I'm good. You be like, man, who this motherfucker? But you ain't gonna try me. You know what I mean? But you start knowing me, you realize I'm a teddy bear. I'm like, okay.
Jeff got the craziest look. And I remember one time I still got this shit on my Instagram. I don't know if it was my birthday or around my birthday or whatever. We was chilling. He was faded in the section. I think Kaylon might have been there. I put up my nigga. She saw me recording the video. This nigga grabbed me and was like, "Hey, nigga, like we out here." And I was like, "That's love, bro. You didn't have to do that." But I appreciate it. But I get where you coming from. Like outside looking in now is crazy, but I get it now.
Yeah, but it's cool. But only people who know me. And a lot of people get upset with me because they don't have the access to me. I don't give everybody access to me. 100%. You know what I mean? A lot of people just want to be my friend. They be mad because they want to be my friend, but they can't. So it becomes hate.
For real, man. Nah, that's real.
You know what I mean? But like, yo, I'm gonna start wrapping it up, man. But like, one of the things is, man, I want everybody to win. You know, Olin, tell me about your experience about government contracts so we can start working. And then Olin's one of the people he's still going. I'm loving it. It's like, you know, it's a slow process, but you can see I think you can see the light. Keep going. Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah. So I'm doing. I'll be in the Rich in Real Life Academy every week, every Monday or Tuesday, whenever we decide to meet. And like the class is very knowledgeable. Like it's some stuff that I've learned that I didn't know before, but it's some stuff that I peep, like as far as like when Jeff say everything is a contract. Like when you go in the airport, like the people that's pushing the wheelchairs, it's a contract. You know what I'm saying? People who's holding the signs aside the road, like them are contracts. A lot of contracts. Like like I don't know if y'all noticed, Trump is really helping the government contracting stuff out. Like bad. He's trying to get rid of federal workers and all that. It's gonna be contracts everywhere. So when I'm focused on something, I'm focused on something. I be texting Jeff at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, sending him screenshots of like different contracts. Like it might not be in San Diego, it'd be in like Fullerton County or somewhere. The chef be like, man, that's like 4 hours away, 8 hours away. But it's just like I don't know because I'm still learning. I'm still learning and stuff like that because honestly, I'm trying to transition out of the nightlife. Like with like this year, I wanna really get out of the nightlife and
you know, enjoy it more, bro.
Like to enjoy my life more. You know what I'm saying? Like because I don't really be.
I see you getting a contract sooner or later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because you focus on you not letting go, and that's what I had to do. I had to focus, I had to learn it, and I realized every time we go there, you learn it more, you know it more, you know what I mean? Yeah. And when you first get that first one, it's going to be a good feeling. Oh, what? Yeah. Then you go stack it and stack it and stack it. You're like, okay, I'm more.
And then just how, like how you broke it down and, like, you know what I'm saying, layman terms, it's like, just imagine, like, just like you get, like, a janitorial contract at the DMV after hours, you get it. You only making like $1,500, $2,500 a month. But say if you get like 10 of them, numbers going up. And you know what I'm saying?
That's a cool $1,500 passive income when you got a regular job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They, like you said, you stack it up.
When people talk to me, but like I listen. Like, you know, I'm one of those people. Like I may not seem like I'm listening, but I'm listening. I'm intending. I sit silent. You know what I'm saying? I sit silent because when I'm silent and you're talking, that means I'm truly listening to you. I'm 34.
You see good, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like when he said at 30, when he said he didn't figure it out till he's 35, like I feel like when I'm 35, when I'm 35, then it's gonna be booming. You hear me? Like so.
But you know what helps out when like 35, I figured it out. But all the shit I did before that, I put all that knowledge and network, all that skills into me figuring it out to just boost that shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas, even not just solid. Like, think about your network. Think about your network of being outside, right? Mm-hmm. Your network is crazy. And then you get that business and like, oh shit, when you need something, it's like, I know a guy.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing about me. Like, so shout out to Black San Diego too, Cherie. That's my homegirl. Cause I go there a lot of times, like like to post like events and stuff like that. But
they created that Black San Diego page. My first restaurant.
Oh really? Yeah.
My friend,
so that's a great platform, and I feel like, just like you just said, like I know people that do everything. I know people that sell cars. I know people that do plumbing. I know people that do event space. And that's all from the years. Like I've been in the industry. It's all like, cause you help each other out.
Then how can you grow from being inside? People are like, why you outside?
But see, that's the thing. So a lot of people say that, and my best response is like I get paid to be outside. Like I might not be like, all right, well I go to a club, I might not get paid that day, but I guarantee you I'm talking to somebody, I'm networking with somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people say that, I just laugh. Like it's a reason. Like nigga, I work 2 days a week, and you work 6 days a week. Yeah. And I'm still making money.
Yeah, like you said about networking, man. Like, so it goes for, I recently got told I don't know how to say no, right? Like when it comes to getting invited out and all that. But what I responded with is every time I actually do say yes, even whether I wasn't really planning to go out, whatever the case is, something happens that night that benefits me in the future. I'll make some type of connection that benefits me in the future. And I'm not advising people to always step out and all that, but I'm just saying for me, it has worked out because this is what I do. This is the type of person I am. This is one of the gifts that God gave me. You know what I mean?
And some people are not social people. Like some people don't like to talk to people. Me, I like to talk to people, see who the fuck I'm talking to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know who that person, that random person.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know who you're talking to.
You never know.
The nightlife is so big on being able to network and just grow and just being able to get in contact with people. It's crazy. You make real connections with people. You meet a lot of real people. You know what I'm saying?
Nightlife. You got bread, they can put you on something.
Man, I always say, now I realize I used to be feeling weird and be like, oh, you outside? I'm like, nah. And I felt guilty, like, nah, well, I had to. Then I said, hold up. You introverts are trying to make the extroverts look bad. You were the one who stayed inside the house and played video games all day and didn't want to be outside. I was outside riding my bike playing basketball.
That's a fact.
And now I'm just playing basketball in the club. So when you go to the club, it's like a reunion. What up? Everybody know everybody. It's like being in the park, right?
Yeah.
But you want to, now I found out that inside people be outside inside. They be coming, people be at their house, drinking all the time, hanging out, playing, or whatever it is, doing
with
inside, doing outside activities inside, and then they be all the dating apps getting rotated through inside. So don't make me feel for being outside.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is a fact.
Yeah, because you got anxiety about being around all these people, but you outside, but inside.
Exactly. That's crazy. Never heard it like that.
Yeah, that's a really good perspective. Because that's a fact. They really do be on that.
Look, see, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if they say, why you outside all the time? You inside, but outside inside.
They doing the same thing.
Yo, we gonna get out of here, man. Rich and Real Life. Join the Rich and Real Life Academy. I'm sure everybody will get that bag. If you don't got to make $1 million, man, you can make a couple hundred, 100, 200,000 passive income on government contracts, man. Subscribe, Rich and Real Life.
And you don't need to be military to do that. You know what I mean? Let people know, because that's what stopped me for a minute. I thought you had to be in the Navy. Once I found out, I'm in there. You know what I mean? I'm on it now.
And you got a felony and still do it.
110. Oh, yeah. Say that for the folks back home. On God.
All right. All right, y'all. Yeah.
Go.